People who do this are terrified of a monster they not only don't understand, but they refuse to understand. And who are they working up the nerve to talk to? Who are they working up the nerve to yell at? Not Lego, not the CEOs, not the corporation, but minimum wage workers who don't. We're gonna talk about Lego, okay? We're gonna talk about Lego. We're gonna talk about Lego because that gets me away from all of the weird shit that y'all keep on making me look at. And I'm so unbelievably exhausted because of this. But guys, let's get to the fan art section before we talk about Lego. This is from Stargazer Lay. Something I did before during the lore update. It's a bit of an updated version of my Analeko Suris with a pixel tail. With a pixel tail. Anneli Nekos are beings born of creative output, which is fitting for Neko Suris as they are born of our fan art. The Anneli Neko have tells, something that makes it obvious that they are one. And Neko Suris's tell is pixel because they are made of fan art that is mostly digital. I think it's ironic that you did this in a traditional medium instead of a digital medium, all things considered. Drasus, thank you for the armistice. Okay, for the next hour, there is an Ara armistice. Okay. The next one we have here is from Shards of Shattered Space. Drew Neko Slime Suris saying trans rights. I drew this while at my Fox News conservative grandparents' house. It's such a big help to hear you speak up against the people who would rather see us dead than be happy. Big hugs and have a good day. Well, thank you very much. And you know what? I think the fan art looks fantastic. As always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want fan art to be shown in the future videos, then go ahead and drop into the fan art section of the Discord. With that all said, let's go ahead and get right into the topic after you hit the subscribe button. Lizzie says you have to. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So, this was posted by Charlie Kirk, going, "Watch, this father confronts Lego for promoting the LGBTQ agenda to children, then gets thrown out by store security. Why is Lego doing this when its products are designed for children?" Now let's go ahead and take a look.
The Lego group supports what?
Yeah, the Lego group very proudly supports the LGBTQ community. Do we not?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the question is, why are you all in here with those pins on? Do you think children care about what man sucks at home and what girl eats vaginas at home?
So let me get this straight. You're thinking that the people in the Lego store are indoctrinating children into terrible shit, but you're the one in the Lego store where you literally admitted that the children will be going talking about genitals. Nobody is talking about genitals except you. And yeah, over-sexualizing LGBTQ people. Gross. Not everybody who's in the LGBTQ is even sexual in any way, shape, or form, but you know. Charlie Kirk eats crayons. Yeah, he thinks the green ones are mint-flavored. Said the Legos don't have penises or vaginas. Yeah, like, it's just having a pen that says that you like, you know, LGBTQ people. What does that matter? The only way that a kid is going to associate that with sucking dicks and eating vaginas is if you tell them that. And if you tell a kid that, then you're really fucked up. Maybe you shouldn't be talking to children.
Do you think they care about
It's
that?
time to leave, man.
Do you think they care?
I don't think they think about that personally.
Right, so why would they think about it when they see your
No, they
pen?
don't. It's time to leave.
No, they don't. Kids don't think about sucking penises when they look at your pin. The only one that's thinking about kids sucking penises right now is you, my guy.
Yes, they do.
time to
It's
leave, guys. We're gonna
disgusting.
call security.
That's called grooming.
All right. If y'all mind leaving.
Yeah, if you call security, tell security that you're
Absolutely.
in
You
here
can call security for me.
wearing a pride flag
Absolutely. We will
on
let
your
them know.
shirt.
Come on, guys. It's time to leave.
You know what's amazing? Most children don't know. He's been educated by me. I think it's grooming. It's borderline.
So you admit that the only way a kid is going to think about that is if their parents tell them to think about that. So wait a minute. How do you not realize that you are the problem? If you admit that kids don't think about that shit when they look at that pin, and the only way they think about it is when you tell them that's what it means, then you are recognizing that you're the problem. It's a fucking self-report.
Pedophilia and child abuse for these weirdos to come in here and wear that, and at the same time, kids buy from the store. When does it stop? I'm sick and tired.
You don't have to shop.
Huh? Yeah, but I came here to buy something. When does it stop? At some point, we need to stop pushing this mess on children.
How is it being pushed on children? They're just wearing pins. They're literally just wearing pins. Why does that matter? What does that change? This old man right here, he's just looking at that like, what the fuck is going on here? Man, what the fuck? What are you doing here? What are you doing? I'm just trying to find a Death Star. I'm just trying to find a Lego Death Star. Why the fuck are you doing this? What's wrong with you?
We're just going to have to ask you to leave.
I'll leave. Okay. And I won't spend any money at Lego.
Fantastic.
If you're in here right...
Fantastic. I won't spend any money at Lego. Fantastic. Boy, your mother buys you Lego instead of Mega Bloks.
Now, if you're in here right now and you care about value, this store is intentionally promoting LGBTQ behavior on children.
Sir, you're
on
Spend your
children
money in a place that doesn't do that to kids.
Sir, you're about to get trespassed.
Thank you.
Sir, you're about to get trespassed. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. You'd think that conservatives might have an easier time with the culture war shenanigans if they didn't act like goddamn lunatics. And nobody confronted fucking Lego here, right? Nobody's talking to Lego. They're talking to random people who work for a living, like a barely living wage to make a viral video. This is desperately trying to make a viral video. This is not actually protecting kids. This is rage baiting people. Oh, but don't worry. The guy who did it, he had some words to say.
If I went into a store and protested and spoke up because someone had a Donald Trump flag in their store, the left...
What's a Donald Trump flag? What's a Donald Trump flag? First question. What is a Donald Trump flag? Can you show me what a Donald Trump flag looks like? Are you talking about the Make America Great Again thing is usually on, like, fucking hats? Are you talking about the Trump 2024 ones? The Let's Go Brandon? There's a lot of different Donald Trump flags. But here's the thing. It is about what you are promoting. When you say the left would be singing my praises. Yeah, because if you are talking about a person who's wearing a Donald Trump flag in a Lego store, then you're talking about somebody who is deliberately promoting politics. Like actual politics in a children's store. They shouldn't be pushing politics in a children's store. Doesn't belong there, right? We could agree with that. That's different than just LGBTQ people existing. Some kids are gay. Some kids are trans. Some kids are queer. Some kids are weird. Doesn't matter. Some kids exist.
would be singing my praises. If I did the same thing because someone had a Confederate flag in their store.
My guy, you have too much melanin to say that. I'm sorry. Do you know what the Confederate flag represents? My guy, it represents slavery. It represents slavery. My guy. My dude. This has always been a weird thing to me. The strange idea that anybody would defend the Confederate flag, the participation trophy of people who tried to leave the United States for states' rights to enslave black people. My guy, I don't know if you understand what that flag means historically, or if somebody has maybe lied to you about what it means. But you are the exact person who, if the people who love that flag won, would not have the right to make a fucking TikTok. You would not have the right to speak. You would not know how to read. Because the world in which America still keeps slavery, the world in which America still keeps that system, is a world in which you can't do jack shit. It astounds me every time somebody promotes that, let alone promotes it when they would be the exact person that slavery would be aimed at. Also, Ravi, thank you for redeeming your points for an ara, you fucking degen.
The left would be singing my praises. But
Yeah, because supporting slavery in a Lego institution would be weird and wrong.
because I spoke up about their sacred cow.
LGBTQ is not a sacred cow. They're just people who exist. You can choose not to be a Confederate. You can choose not to be a Donald Trump supporter. You can't choose not to be gay.
The LGBTQIA plus community, people are upset.
Yeah, because you sounded like a fucking lunatic and you literally admitted that you talk about genitalia to your child.
But here's the thing. What does toys have to do with someone's sexual deviant behavior?
Is it sexual deviant behavior if two ace guys love each other? Is it sexual deviant behavior if two people who are intersex and are aromantic and asexual are in a relationship with each other? I mean, they literally don't have any sexual behavior there, but that's definitely deviant behavior to you? Okay. And I say there's no sexual behavior. I recognize that ace people still fuck. I understand that. I know that ace does not always mean sex repulsed. But again, the idea that being LGBTQ is just about sex. Being hetero is not just about sex. You could be heterosexual and never fucking have sex. You could just admit that, hey, you are attracted as a guy to girls, and you're not inherently talking about anything sexual. You're just like, hey, that girl is gorgeous. That is heterosexual behavior. You, as a man, are engaging in heterosexual behavior, and yet somehow you're not talking about fucking. You're not talking about boinking. There's no deviant behavior happening. Same thing with gay people. The only time, and I will go ahead and pull this up. The only time that gay behavior is inherently sexual and deviant. Hold on. I will find it. Ah, there it is. This is the only time. This is the only time. This one right here. This is the only time that it's gay, okay? Or that it's deviant behavior. I will show you. Right here. This is the only time. This one right here. This is it. For those who know, you know. For those who don't, you're cursed now. Have fun. That's the time. That's when it's sexually deviant behavior. I'm willing to bite the bullet on that one. So the bow tie spin kills me. That's the only time. That's the only time.
If you want to practice homosexual sex, keep that at home and out of stores for children.
Yeah, nobody's practicing homosexual sex in front of your kids. You fucking lunatic. Not a single person. People who do this are terrified of a monster they not only don't understand, but they refuse to understand. And who are they working up the nerve to talk to? Who are they working up the nerve to yell at? Not Lego, not the CEOs, not the corporation. But minimum wage workers who don't give a shit. Minimum wage workers who are not paid enough to give a shit. All you're doing is going in there trying to make a viral video, ruining someone's day while they're at work. People are trying their best, and you're going in there to fucking ruin it. This is insane to me. The fact that anybody ever at all would consider this normal behavior. But for the right wing of politics in the United States, this is becoming more and more normalized behavior. The idea that you can just go into somebody's workplace, harass the fuck out of them, and then when people call you out on you being a lunatic, you go, if I did this about the Confederate flag, you'd be happy. Yeah, because the context matters. What does an LGBTQ flag represent? Equality amongst people who happen to be different than you. What does a Confederate flag represent? Slavery. What does a fucking MAGA hat represent? Well, I already did the video on whether or not Donald Trump was a fascist. I think we can probably agree on what he represents. That's just me, though. Did I go into a store with a camera first off? Not a single person at that store said it a big deal. Actually, no. Rose Demon. So, legally, in the United States, the rules on recording when you are out in public are that anybody who is out in public does not have a... whatchamacallit? There is not a... I can't remember the word for it. There is not an expectation of privacy. There is no expectation of privacy when you are out in the general public. The expectation of privacy is when you are in your home. Expectation of privacy is when you are in their place. Stores can have no recording on our premises a sign. That's still, like, legally speaking, there is an expectation that you are in public. Said the law is dumb then. Yeah. Said inside a store is not in public, it's privately owned. Then it would be on the store to have a sign that says no recording on the premises. If it doesn't, then the laws of the public would apply. So, like, the stores I was thinking about. Yeah, so, like, if a store has no recording, then they can demand you stop. If you refuse, they can have you arrested for trespassing after notice. However, if a store... that's only if a store says no recording. So if an employee asks you not to record anymore, then that's one thing. But the expectation by default is you are in a public area. Now, certain stores, like Walmart, actually do say, out of respect for our associate customers, unauthorized filming is prohibited as their default. But again, a store has to have that default there. Now, it's still cringe as hell to do what this person's doing, irrespective of the legality. Irrespective of the legality. The legality isn't what matters here. That said, this is where I gotta throw it back to you guys in the comment section on YouTube. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And please, do not act like this lunatic here, screeching about all the ways you've talked to your kids about genitalia. Insert end of video tagline here.